Hello again, I am Blunty, saviour of mankind. You're welcome. It's not really a secret that our climate is changing, and we know this because we can see it happening, and it's happened before. Lots and lots and lots of times in the past. Even before we were hairless apes, climate was changing all the time. I'm not here to debate whether or not climate change is happening. I'm not here to talk about whether or not it's our fault or any amount of wind farms and solar panels and battery bloated electric cars and recycling our pizza boxes can do a damn thing to stop it. At this point, it's just changing. We have to deal with it. For the time has passed to point the finger of blame at fossil fuels and greenhouse gases and Miley Cyrus's career. It's happening. We got to deal with it. What are we going to do? Now, one of the biggest problems with global warming is that we're worried about the ice caps melting and the sea levels will rise like a floating flotilla of watery doom. But do not fear, children of the earth, I have a solution for this watery doom scenario. Say, once upon a time there was a guy called Archimedes, and he discovered something that was so clever they named it after him. It's called the Archimedes Effect. And it basically got to do with when you put shit in water, the water level rises. That being that the shit you put in the water displaces the mass of the water and increases the water level until it overflows. And history tells us, or legend tells us at least, that Archimedes discovered this when he sat down in his full bath that overflowed. He freaked out with an epiphany, ran screaming through the streets, "Eureka, I have it, I figured it out. My bath overflows and I'm naked, I'm embarrassed." When our oceans start effectively overflowing and crowding in where they never used to be, all we have to do is take mass out of that water, and the solution is really, really simple. We kill all the whales. Whales are notoriously huge. It's basically what they're known for. They are enormous things that live in the sea. They take up room in the sea. Their humongous, bulky, fat-ass mass displaces a whole bunch of water. So if we kill them and get them out of the water level will drop. It's really very basic science. And I can hear all you greenies and tree huggers out there freaking out already because you've spent the last, 40 years weeping and crying and gnashing your teeth about saving the whale. Well, the whales are part of our doom. They have to die. It's well known, in fact, that the Japanese hunt and kill whales, whether the law allows them or not. They've got some scientific little loopholes there and everything, and they're quite good at it. We can get them to kill the whales very, very efficiently. But they won't go to waste either, because according to the Japanese, again, with the Japanese, they are very, very smart people. You just have to go to Tokyo and look at all the gizmos and gadgets and crap they've invented. They're very clever, and they reckon whales are tasty as hell. So who am I to argue with the genius of the Japanese people? We should kill the whales, eat them, we get fat over here on land, displacing air, which again pushes down on the water level as the water level drops because we're taking whales out of it. So we displace air, the air density gets thicker, the pressure increases on the ocean, crushing it down a little bit more as the water level decreases because we're killing all the whales, taking them out of it, and bam, we're done. All those little islands that were going to be underwater in 50 years, they're safe. I know this sounds a little bit extreme, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but the science is sound. We must kill all the whales to save ourselves. Thanks for watching, I'm Blunty, and I heartily endorse the brutal murder of millions of marine mammals who have no real tools with which to fight back. It just makes them easier to kill, really. Dugongs too, they're fat, they should die. Dolphins and say they don't take up much room, but they're kind of annoying. They seem kind of smarmy with those permanent little smiles just grinning at you. You don't know what I'm thinking. Click, click. Oh, and whale sharks. Whale sharks are big. They're not actually whales, they're actually fish, but they're enormous sharks. And sharks piss everybody off, even though these things don't ever bite anyone. They just eat plankton. Why is it the biggest things on earth always eat the tiniest things on earth? It seems unfair to me. Another reason to kill them all. Whales, whale sharks, dugongs, just dolphins, they all just have to go. Because we are more important than everything else on this little planet. We deserve to live more than anything else. Everything has to die so we can live. You die, I'm living. You die, I'm living. Yeah, your baby's gonna die too.